Eminent Chancellor David Peterson, Dean Kathy Whiteside, members of the platform, honored graduates, ladies and gentlemen. I'm most grateful for the Honorary Doctorate of Science from my university, the University of Toronto, the leading university and health sciences institution in Canada. It's very special to have the citation by Professor Michael Bliss, a friend and Canada's leading medical historian, an incredible master of words. Michael has just completed a circle that is truly a foursome that discovered insulin here in Toronto. Yes, Banting and Best, but clearly also McLeod and Collop. Wouldn't be surprised more buildings arise on the campus. First of all, I want to thank you and all of those who through my career have guided me, especially my wife Faye, family and friends who have supported me during these many years. I call on you all as graduates to thank parents, partners, and friends who inspired you and supported you as you entered the health profession. Graduating class, please rise and applaud those who made this day possible for you. Parents are assured there's a warm reception there. It's a great honor to address you, the 2012 graduating class of medical students and health professionals. We all belong to a healthcare team that together looks after patients in all dimensions. I congratulate each of you for having completed the foundations of a medical and professional education. I asked my excellent family, Dr. Ann Berenger, a U of T graduate, what she would say in my place. She said, "It's a unique privilege to have been invited so personally, so deeply into individual lives at their most critical times: birth, death, acute duress, serious illness, saving and prolonging life. It is a special, fulfilling gift and responsibility." That's what you said. Jamie, a nurse friend, said, "Every doctor's encounter makes a difference to a person. It's all part of being the whole physician. The knowledgeable, the astute, the skilled, the scientific, the teacher, the compassionate one, the family one person, the community person, indeed a nation builder with a bit of humor and Jay Leno thrown in." Such physicians are very much part of the tradition of U of T, that is, mentors. We've had recent legendary figures, such as Demetrius Oriakis, the great nephrologist, Robert Salter, the outstanding orthopedic surgeon, Marguerite Hill, physician-in-chief at Women's College Hospital, Tom Morley, the great neurosurgeon, and Fraser Mustard, the scientist and leader. They represent many who are here and also on the platform today. All developed their clinical and research fields at an international level, mentored hundreds to follow, and practiced outstanding medicine. All cared for and taught their patients with clarity, with patience, and with order. While totally scientifically based, they were unafraid to declare humanitarian and spiritual values and serve the community in many ways. Our contemporary examples are seated before you on the platform, and there are many more in this faculty. They're your teachers. Please give them a round of applause. Now you have a mantle of responsibility. You will succeed and lead this institution, the University of Toronto, and medicine in this country and elsewhere, into an exciting medical future. In whatever specialty you choose, yes, it's you, and I'm looking forward to learning what becomes of you. Let's keep in touch. I've had a strong belief in science from my student days. I had great mentors. My high school principal, Gerhard Lawrence, who said, "You can do it." And then in medical school in Winnipeg, the legendary Joe Doe cultivated into my DNA and that of others that medical science rigorously proved was the pathway to medical advances and to best medical practice. I've seen in my lifetime, like no other time in the history of mankind, unbelievable progress towards understanding biology and disease, incredible diagnostic technologies and therapies resulting in the relief of suffering and increase of lifespan. Can you imagine not being able to treat serious hypertension successfully, as occurred with my Uncle Henry in the 50s, or imaging the brain with painful erencephalograms when MRIs and CT scans and other technology was not available? So it was 50 years ago when I graduated, and what is now available is truly transformative. Michael Bliss has written so ably recently about medical exceptionalism and the special era in which we medical people live. My association with the Canada Garrett Awards has also given me the additional appreciation of the crucial linkage between high-level medical discoveries and subsequent innovations that have led to improved health care. Among the world's outstanding scientists or Gardner recipients reflect advances of historical proportions. The DNA helix, the DNA code, the gene, the genome, the epigenome, the complexity of cell biology, stem cells, the immune system, the understanding of cancer and the ability now slowly to start to turn cancer around, and the beginning of understanding, as it were, the universe of our brain. All this in my time. And the beginning and the rate of discovery remains so high everywhere that in your lifetime of practice and research, there'll be more than I or anyone could possibly dream of. I hope some of you will go into research as part of your clinical practice. Others may choose to be basic researchers involved in population health and health service, and others, and most of you, in excellence in practice. Research, though, is an answer. Always think of the mechanism of an illness, how it came about, and what are the steps to change it. The late Bill Gibson of BC is famous in the annals of the scientific literature because he said, if you don't like research, try disease. Francis Crick, the co-discoverer of the DNA helix, talked of the joy of discovery, the dramatic feeling of sudden enlightenment that floods the mind when the right idea finally clicks into place. Maybe personalized medicine will be your practice very soon. And when a patient comes into your office, you may say, I need to see the results of your personal genome so I can understand your biology and disease profile. I need to peek into your 20,000 genes. Hopefully you'll still examine the patient. It's very helpful and reassuring to have that finger on the pulse and the stethoscope on your chest as a doctor, you, the doctor, carefully listens to heart sounds and your breathing. But I know there's much to learn because the unknown of medicine is like the unknown in the cosmos. We've just scratched the surface. So surely again, all what's known today will be surpassed by new discoveries by your children and your grandchildren. I'll expect to see a lot of advances in our brain understanding, aging, cancer, gene therapy, synthetic biology, to name a few. Nobel laureate Eric Kandel, who is known for understanding memory at the limits of today's knowledge, says the central challenge of science in the 21st century is to understand the human mind in biological terms. A brain with 100 billion neurons and quadrillion connections is indeed as complicated as a cosmos. It requires a study from molecule to neuron to the circuits in the brain, to the particular regions of the brain, and to the whole beautiful brain. we desperately need progress in dementia and mental health, among other subjects. But interestingly, neuroscience is also probing into creativity, which gives us so much satisfaction. How does our brain, our person, understand art and music, which gives us so much pleasure in our daily life? Globalization is everywhere, a word that we read about, whether it's business or medicine or anything else. Global health has become a huge interest. I've enjoyed being involved in over 70 countries through nephrology and had the opportunity to live in Karachi, one of the world's hotspots. If you're going to global health, which I'm sure many of you will, there's no better way to understand the problems of people living with deprivation and disease than to live alongside them. I know global health is indeed of interest to many of you, considering the many countries our assembled audience here today has come from. In the world today, knowledge crosses the globe seamlessly and instantly, but healthcare is less developed in many regions and has a long way to go and needs our involvement. One of our winners this year for his work in malaria and other infectious diseases could actually say that his work and that of his colleagues led to reducing the mortality of infants in West Africa by 75%. What a legacy. So it needs you to join this for those who are interested, and I encourage your commitment to the emerging world at the right time in your life. You won't regret it. Nothing will be more fulfilling. This is a very good time to be a doctor. One always sees problems on the horizon, but there's no time in history as good as this for the medical profession and what medicine can do. Indeed, an exceptional life lies ahead. As a doctor, caregiver, teacher to patients, has an ability to unravel unknown aspects of biology and disease, making a difference here in our land and abroad. So be positive, stay updated, be generous, enjoy a good life, build yourself, your family, but give back something to this great country, Canada, and to the world. Today is a special World Day. It's World Environment Day. It's the last day of the Diamond Jubilee for Queen Elizabeth II. And at 6:04, we'll begin to see the shadow of Venus transit across the sun for 6 hours, and I hope we have a little sunshine to observe. A sight not to be seen again until the year 2117, and I think you'll all be too old. But for us here at the Convocation, University of Toronto, today is a day of personal achievement, shared with family and friends, that overrides everything else. I'm pleased to be graduating with you. Congratulations, and thank you.